Sorry, that message was from when you said you were running late, but you're not anymore. So I didn't have time to change it. It's fine.
That's all good.
Okie dokie. Right. Let me get this up here, and I want this as well. So, YouTube chat, can you hear us?
And can they hear me? I guess I should. Also
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. We are live. Okay. Fully over. All right. This is going to be a quick stream, so let's get it underway on a Sunday night. Yeah. Let's do this.
Sunday night, chill.
Oh, this PC is like held together with like sticky tape. Welcome. This is Looks Live on a Sunday. And this is going to be a really quick stream. I spent the no sound. Someone is trolling. Please don't eat in mic. Yeah, okay. I work like about 10 hours a week, 10 hours a day. So I slept all Saturday and slept all Sunday. So I didn't have time to organize video content for this stream. So this is going to be like, we're going to analyze some pictures. It's going to be more of a discussion, and it's going to be quick. Famous last words, but it is going to be quick. Well, I hope so. In fact, I didn't even have time to change this, which I'm going to do right now while we're live. So if I go to here, I'm going to change this unprofessionally while we're streaming. Damn, my sound effects.
Better than I could have done.
All right, so that's that. All right, so yeah. Anyway, get my sleep. Yeah, I sleep like at weekends. I basically postpone sleeping until the weekend. I work so many hours. It's insane. Anyway, enough about me. Yeah, let's talk about today's stream. Who do we have on the stream? What's your name?
I am. Well, I guess my YouTube channel is called Granddad's Lounge, but you can call me Pete if you'd like to.
Beats? What?
I'm a very small YouTuber. Just Pete.
Pete. Oh, Pete. Okay, P-E-T. Okay.
Pete or Peter or whatever.
Right. Some quick housekeeping before we get on with today's show. Yeah, I'm trying to always trying to make this show better. My voice sounds tired. Yeah, because I am. I'm always trying to make this show better, and I think like 2 weeks ago it was interrupted with thank you, Wacko Goose, you the man. Too many interruptions with the what was it, the donations that get read out. So I made that if you pay £1 they get read out and it interrupts the show, so I raised it to £5. So if I think that should lessen the amount of interruptions. If we still get interrupted a lot, I'll raise it to £7 next week. But for now, that's how that's going to go. Like I said, today is a very short live stream. Do you want to know how short today's live stream is going to be? The voice is crackly as hell. Maybe because when I was getting ready for the stream, my microphone broke because too loud. All right, let me turn it down a bit.
It's all going right for you.
Yeah. Incel luck, like I say, incel luck is a thing. Or maybe because all right, then maybe I'm clipping. All right, so let me turn myself down a bit. Hopefully, I don't turn myself down too much. That is 510. I don't think that translates as £5 over £5, 510. So anyway, yeah, I'll read the super chats throughout the show, the ones that don't get read out automatically. Yeah, how short is today's show gonna be? Take a look. Okay, that gets read out.
Saint Black Ops 2 Cell has brought the coronavirus upon the earth to save us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who here is actually scared of coronavirus? Who here is actually incel and scared of coronavirus? Too low. I'm getting trolled to hell and back. I don't know. Is anyone scared? Are you, Granddad's allowed? Pete, are you scared of corona? Well, I guess you're not really an incel, so what, you would be scared of coronavirus, right?
Yeah, especially at the moment. I spent all of last week incredibly ill, vomiting my guts up for a few days straight. And so if I get hit by it now, I'm dead. It'll just kill me. It'll literally just kill me with how my immune system is at the moment. So praying it doesn't reach me.
It will be over for you.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? My thing's gone. What happened? Wait. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, never mind. The moment's gone. Yeah, like I said, how short is this show going to be? Look down the front of your pants or trousers, and then into your underwear. That is how short today's show is going to be. Right, let's get on with it. Like I said, I haven't organized any video content, so we're going to go straight to, it's just going to be like pictures and stuff. Let's move on to this one. Okay, first of all, Pete, how attractive is this guy to women, like generally? What would you say makes him attractive to women? Or if there is a problem, what would you say he could work on?
I've got a tiny quality image here, but I will do my best.
Okay.
Well, he looks very short.
Mm-hmm. So what can he work on? What can he work on?
What can he work on?
Yeah, provided he's
I don't know
incel.
what his personality is like. I have no idea what the guy's personality is like, so I could not say. If he has an incredible personality, then potentially nothing.
So you're saying what he could get? Could he get that Asian woman to his right, to his left, I guess, to the right, or the white woman? Could he get them? You're starting the sentence with depending.
I genuinely believe yes.
Depending if he reincarnates.
Yeah.
I said depending if he reincarnates.
Sorry, on what? Sorry.
Depending if he reincarnates.
No. No, again, I have no idea what this guy's skill set is like.
So you're literally saying that he can get those women if he just needs to have the right personality, bro. You need to change your attitude, bro, and you could get those women.
Nope, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay.
I'm saying if he has incredible talents.
Okay.
Hugo
Hold up.
Last week's looks live buoy dog pill.
Yes, I am. I'm editing it because there was a lot going on, like it was laggy. So I'm gonna fix it up and repost it. Back to you, Pete.
Anyway, yeah, no. What I'd simply say to somebody like that guy, or to you rather, is look at an example like Sean Stevenson. Look at an example like
Sean Stevenson. I know that name. I know that name. Who is he?
Sean Stevenson.
Yeah, I know. That
have
name.
a quick bring him up. Bring him up on your thing right now. I think you guys will find him interesting.
Sean Stevenson. The thing is, if I don't want to put it this way. I'm sharing my screen with you, Pete, and if you see my search history, you may just you may just like stop speaking to me. It's a dumpster fire. I could probably right, if I stop sharing my screen with you.
Yep.
All right, so that I'll do this quickly.
Yeah, that's no problem.
All right, so stop sharing. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you, but can't see anything.
Okay, Sean Stevenson. Oh my gosh, I think I know this guy. He's in a wheelchair, right?
He sadly died last year.
Oh wow!
But he was a motivational speaker and is considered the greatest sort of motivational speakers of all time. And
okay, I'm not going to bother to bring him up on the screen, but YouTube chat people, they can Google him. So let me share my screen again with you once again.
I strongly advise anyone to watch his content because he's an incredibly powerful speaker. Very powerful.
All right, I know him. The fact that he is known for being a man in a wheelchair with a girlfriend, and having his deformity, illness, disease, whatever, doesn't it speak to how rare of an occurrence it is that a man like him can get a girlfriend?
No, because now I'd also ask you to look up a man called Michelle Petrucciani.
Okay, so these are probably guys that I've spoken about. Not that one, not that guy, but there's that other guy, Nick Visujic or something, with the Asian girlfriend. There's Lono Lancaster. Like, these people are internationally famous because they have managed to get girlfriends with their looks or deformity.
And so the example I'm bringing up there, sorry, if somebody like Michel Petrucciani, he was an incredibly talented jazz pianist.
Okay.
And this was, I think he was around in the 1970s and 80s, incredibly talented jazz pianist, 3 foot tall, with brittle bone disease.
Which era are we talking about? Is this the 2000s, 2020, or is this like the 1930s?
No, 1980s, 1990s.
Okay, do you realize that things have changed since the 1980s? You know, most women weren't able to... Yeah, they weren't able to swipe on Tinder in the 80s because they'll be swiping and there'll be no phone there in their hand.
I know, but if you're bringing it to Tinder, you have far more advantages than ever before. Ever.
What?
Internet.
How is it better for men nowadays?
Oh God, I should have done more research on what I was going to say about
Yeah. All right. So let me make a few points then. Should I move on? Yeah, I'll keep it here. So do you agree? Do you agree that women had less advantages, fewer, I should say, if I'm speaking properly? Do you agree that women had fewer rights, advantages, less status in, you know, the 50s or whatever, right? And yeah, okay. So women would there was slut shaming. Like, it wasn't even slut shaming. It was women were expected to uphold Christian values and not sleep around and settle with a good provider, a stable man. Even if he wasn't so good looking, they were expected to settle for a man who, and women were brought up to value those things in a man who could hold a stable job, a man who would be there for her and her kids. That was valued. Women valued that stuff in the 1950s and 60s, right?
Okay.
So they wouldn't be going after necessarily the best looking man in the 50s and 60s, right? But when women became empowered and able to earn their own money, there is less reason for them to settle down with a beta provider, with a guy who's not necessarily good looking, but brings home the bacon, because they earn their own money. So now they're picking men based on looks, or what makes them feel good, or what would make their friends jealous, or what would bring them the most status, what would bring women the most status. Do you see that things have changed?
I understand what you're saying there, and whilst that might be true for certain people, it's not true for the entirety of the entire female population. That's exactly.
Some women live in Saudi Arabia and don't have that option.
I'm not even talking about that stuff. Yeah, there are people living in worse situations in 1950s America. No, I'm talking about in our Western world. That's not just how everyone thinks. There are plenty of people out there who are attracted to personality over looks.
But why do you think women? Do you think women need to choose? But do you think women need to choose a man who has a great personality but is 5'6" and not very good looking and has a receded chin and a long mid face? Why pick him even if he does have a great personality over the 6 foot Chad who has a forward-grown jaw and full head of hair and has a decent personality? Why pick the worst option if you have so many options, which women do?
We're not necessarily saying that so-called uglier guy is the worst option if his personality and if his other traits are better. Again, you're disregarding the skills and the talents that people can acquire. If you're an incredibly talented musician, painter, speaker, pretty much anything, if you're a talented gamer, you can be one of the ugliest men on earth and still have your pick of all women in this world. There was a bloody child recently who started dating a supermodel because he's an e-gamer,
Yeah,
really,
status. Okay, so status. All right. Yeah.
so if your issue is that you cannot acquire women with your looks, then why not just accept that, but then seek
That's what
the
we
other
do.
things in
That's
life
what we
as
do
well?
in the black pill community. We accept that we don't have any options. We're screwed.
Okay, but
Most
then
of
why
us.
encourage why encourage people when they write comments like, "Ah, this makes me want to rope," and I guess my issue with incels at the moment is it feels like a suicide cult to me, man. Like, so I've watched like 10 of your videos, and I think you're
Okay.
really funny. I
Thank you.
genuinely
Thank
think
you.
you're hilarious.
Thank
Your
you.
line about vaginal dehumidification had me crying. um, like, I cannot argue. You are incredibly funny, and
Okay, so why don't women
I
find me attractive? If you find my personality funny,
incredibly
so
attractive. It's
so what am I doing
not
wrong then?
yourself. It's the pity.
It's the
If you
what?
let go of the self pity,
But
then
you're implying that I go up to women and say, "Oh, I'm so ugly. I'm so it's over for me, femme woman."
I know you're not approaching people
Yeah.
like that, but it sounds like you can tell. All right, I guarantee it. You can tell if somebody doesn't like you, can't you?
Yeah,
If you're talking to somebody
painfully I can tell. Yeah.
like you, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's the same with women. They know that when you're talking to them, you have these insecurities. They have these fears. It's almost like they're animals. You know, they can smell it basically. Like it's like they can smell
So women can smell your personality. They can smell ulterior motive, right? You're saying that, okay?
It's not the ulterior motive. I'm saying it's the self-pity they're noticing.
Okay, so it's only self-pity they can smell. So if do you know Jeremy Meeks?
No, not heard.
All right, do you know, can you picture any abusive good-looking man? Chris Brown, you know Chris Brown.
Oh, was Jeremy Meeks that ridiculously good-looking?
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Mugshot,
beautiful.
the mugshot, yeah.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
so women is it seems funny that women weren't able to detect his bad personality.
Oh no, they almost certainly could. They almost certainly could.
Okay, so they could detect it, but they overrode it because of his face. Like either way, you have to admit looks matter. Like either they can't detect his bad personality because they're bad at detecting personalities, but then they detect incels bad personalities, or maybe they override or they don't care about personality if the face fits. So which one is it?
It's not that they don't care about the personality, but it is something that you've discussed about. It's that halo effect thing.
Yes.
When people are ridiculously good looking, they get treated better. They have an easier life.
Yes, exactly.
That makes you naturally assume they're better kind of people. And yeah, thanks to shit like Hollywood, you know, obviously if you've got a genetic deformity, if you're slightly bad looking, people are going to assume you're the villain, you're the bad guy, and that fucking sucks.
Trust
but
me.
it doesn't
Yeah.
like 100% of humanity. That is why I genuinely believe. Like, I don't feel that way. I know other people don't feel that way.
Do you agree? Do you agree that men have a higher sex drive than women? And let me give it some nuance. So women can have a high sex drive in the confines of a relationship when they're actually attracted to a specific guy. Why did this go off screen? Sorry, I'm just moving this to the left. In the confines of a relationship, or when they're attracted to a specific guy, their sex drive can be high. But generally, the average woman walking down the street isn't thinking, "Oh, that man's so hot, I want to screw him. That man's so hot, I want to screw him. I want to screw him. I want to screw him. I want to screw him." They're not thinking that. They're not their attraction or their sex drive isn't as impulsive as men's are. So, do you agree that men's sex drive is more impulsive?
I disagree with
Okay,
that.
okay, good. I knew that was coming. All right, you go ahead.
I've had too many conversations with women who openly express their sexual desire and like.
Yeah, to certain specific guys. Their attraction is they have a high sex drive to specific guys. Men's sex drive is high in a more generalized way.
I don't look at 99% of the female population and think, "Oh yeah, I want to fuck her."
More, you do probably more. So, well, maybe I don't know. I don't know what your testosterone levels are like, but the average man is walks down the street thinking she's cute, she's hot, she's nice. I want to bang her. It may not be so conscious, but it's the attraction, the ability to notice women is there, whereas women see most men as invisible unless he's like above a 6 or a 7 or an 8. All right, you don't believe me. All right, I didn't think 1K viewers said the man from the dark. You don't believe me. Okay, let's look at. I keep doing this. Let's look at gay relationships, heterosexual relationships, and lesbian relationships. Which dynamic, gay, hetero, lesbian, which do you think has the most sex?
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that?
Okay. Gay relationships, like men dating each other. Heterosexual relationships, men and women, a man and a woman dating each other. And lesbian relationships, yeah? Which of those three have the most sex?
I'm not sure which has the most sex, but I know lesbians report the highest amount of orgasms and satisfaction in relationships.
Okay. Maybe if you actually have maybe if A, B, C, D, E, F said I'm turning blue-pilled. Where did that come from? They may have the most orgasms because they know each other's body, but gay men have the most sex. Why do you think that is?
Men, evolutionary speaking, we have a greater need to spread our seed.
Yes, and so when two men come together, you've got two equally strong sex drives coming together, and it results in more sex being had. Now, if you move down, so that's on the top rung, let's say, of a ladder. The next rung down, you have heterosexual relationships, men and women. Now, they have less sex than gay men because the woman is the barrier to entry to the sex. The woman is like, has standards. I'm not dating a man who doesn't drive a car. I'm not dating a man who lives with his parents. I'm not dating a man who not paying for me on the first date. All this hypergamous and all this, everything, she puts so many barriers in the way that in heterosexual relationships, less sex is had. Do you agree? You reluctantly, you do agree. You do. Just admit it. I'm right.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Again, I know I've seen studies that show that lesbian relationships have the highest rate of orgasms.
Oh yeah, but that's not. I'm talking about frequency of sex.
But if you're having more orgasms,
yeah, maybe you don't have to have sex to have an orgasm.
You know, remember, guys can literally fuck every single day of the week, every single day of the month, every single day of the year. Women.
Okay, have you heard of lesbian bed death? You want to Google lesbian bed death?
Lesbian bed death. No.
Okay. What it means is lesbians, because men are the initiators of sex, and there's no man to initiate sex in a lesbian relationship, then no one is initiating the sex. So they just basically don't have sex. They may have it once a month.
Is that the majority?
It's not. It's a general. You Google it if you like. It's a thing. There is no gay bed death. There is no heterosexual bed. Or okay, I guess there is somewhat. But there is no gay bed death because there is no woman to stop the sex being had in gay relationships. So basically, what I'm saying is, men have the higher sex drive, and if you want something, if you want to gain something more than that person wants to give it to you, you're going to have to lower your standards. Comment incoming.
Looks are paramount, especially in 2020. I never had trouble getting women until I lost my hair at 23. I buffed up, shaved my head and did well, but after my hair transplant I tripled my value big time.
Yeah, so let's go. His comment. How did his attitude and personality get bad? Why did his attitude and personality worsen when he got bald? You're going to say because he lost confidence, right?
Whose attitude? Who are we talking about? But we've moved on to the lesbian bed death. I was
yeah. All right.
Bed thing, because I was just going to say that's a 1980. That's from a 1983 research paper that's been thoroughly discredited and involved very little scientific analysis.
It's probably discredited because it was butthurt lesbians. It was seen as sexist.
But it had no basis in science.
Okay, but women generally have less testosterone, which is the sex hormone, which makes you want to have sex a lot.
Yeah, it's literally regarded, if you Google it, I just Googled it, lesbian bed death is seen as a popular myth.
Okay. So was the the gender wage gap. That was seen as a myth. That wasn't seen as a myth. It was seen as the truth until it got proven to be a lie.
Yep.
What
I want to ask,
yeah.
What is the point? What is the point?
So basically what I'm saying is men desire sex more, so they're willing to settle for less, a woman of lesser attractiveness than because they want sex so much. If you're hungry and you're starving, you're not going to be like, well, hey, I only want steak. You're going to eat the first thing that comes to you. So men are over inflating women's sense of ego because men are just going after all women, even if they actually mog her, even if they're actually more attractive, which means you've got attractive men going after average women. So the average women have no need to date their looks match who are average men.
Okay, in which case you just have to not be their looks match and instead be superior in some other way, gain some other form.
Okay, let's go back to this guy lastly. So how can this guy, apart from his personality, how can he become more attractive to these two women beside him?
Either be famous musician, by being a movie writer, there are many things you could do that will make you incredibly attractive to people, by having a talent, by having a skill, by working on yourself.
Okay. Let me read some of the super chats from last week that I didn't get around to. Yeah. If I find the right tab, super chats. Okay, I'm going to start from. Apologies if I read these last, or some of these last week. I don't know where I was up to. All right, let's go with I've Given Up, who donated 200 HUF, which is probably like £1 or something. Name Withheld said, these guys give same advice: try harder, act aloof, try foreign women, bro.
Yeah,
I've given up.
Try foreign women.
Yes, okay, all right, that works if you're like if you're white and you go to Asia.
Nah, man, your British accent would kill in so many places.
No.
Your personality, your accent, you could slay it as long as you didn't just go up to women and start calling them like low specimen females and things.
Okay, why do you think I wouldn't do that? I actually have one or two female friends, which is funny because if my personality is so bad, why would they be my friend?
I don't know. This is what I mean. Your personality doesn't seem that bad.
Okay, so women hate me. Generally, women don't want to date me. They're not attracted. I approach them. They say no. They say I maybe get their phone number. Then they dump me by phone because it's easier.
I am an incel, but somehow I have set up 2 first dates next. Nervous. Any tips?
My
profile now gets likes, MSGS, and all I changed was my photo's bio is the same. My account was ripped before.
Okay, account was ripped.
Why not use Facetune? 99% of women on dating apps are using Facetune. Why not advise your followers to use Facetune on their dating?
Because when you get to the date and you don't look like your pictures, then women actually get pissed off about that. This guy who donated, he advice for him. All I could say is make sure you're as good looking as your pictures. Make sure that your pictures, because obviously you've taken a few pictures. Let me get this back on screen. Obviously you've taken a few pictures and you probably didn't choose the worst ones. So make sure you look as good as your pictures. It depends on how quick the dates, how much time you have until the date. If you can get some kind of low tier surgery, like I don't know, fillers in your cheekbones or something before the date. If you can make sure that your eyebrows are full, if you make sure that your hairline looks good, buy some Topic, make sure that you look as good as your pictures. And you may not actually be incel if you're like 19 years old and this is your first date, and this is the first time you've tried. Maybe you're not actually incel. A lot of people think they're incel and they're not. Like you, for instance, Pete, you were fat. Let's be honest. You were like fat. Yeah.
I was.
But you had bone under that fat. You had bone under that. Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. I have a good jawline. I have good cheekbones.
There you go. So, okay. So how do you think, do you think the same advice the same technique that helped you would help someone with no cheekbones?
But here's the thing, is when I was 5 foot tall and obese, girls were still attracted to me. And I still managed to have some girls.
How tall are you?
It was just...
How tall are you?
Now I have grown, and I know all of your audience is going to hate me. I'm like 6'2". Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'2". Yeah. But
Okay.
I didn't grow till I was in my 20s. I was literally the shortest,
6'2".
fattest kid in my year.
All right, 6. All right. Let's see if I can take.
I had a good little growth spurt, but that's no reason to discredit the things I say, because that's what people do to you guys. You know?
Yeah. But, all right. Let's get this scientist on. Before we get this scientist on, he said he's a scientist. Let's do this. This is how to get in contact with the show, which only has like an hour and 15 minutes left. Time is just flying. Okay. Looks live. Join the discussion. Add me on Discord. FACEandLMS #4875. But don't call. Send a message to me saying call, and I'll get to you when I'm good and ready.
You'll never have a white girl. Please go eat.
Add me on Skype. I have no idea how that sounded to the YouTube chat. Sorry about that. Let me get this guy
like
on.
Single-handedly bringing back Garage, man. Bringing back Garage.
Let me add this guy.
So good.
Wish that sound effect. Hello, that was quick. Hello, Crystal. I'm not going to read your whole name. Crystal. Quick.
Hello?
Hello, Crystal.
Oh, yeah, it's me, Shackle. I just wanted to say a few things about what Granddad Lounge had to say.
Okay.
I think he's wrong in terms of him discrediting that 1983 paper, since academia has gotten a lot more, feminist-centric.
Thank you.
They'll shut down black pill paper, basically.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. By the way, you can hear him, Granddad's Lounge. Sorry, Pete. You can hear him, yeah? All right, incoming. All right, yeah. So how do you respond? Academia has gotten a lot more feminist, so they're going to not favor studies that make women look different from men. Pete.
That's got nothing to do with that
50
study
of my
whatsoever.
likes, MSGs
wait.
are from ethnic Sunni harmony. Have they changed algorithm? Usually it is 90 whites as in white. Every other site is white only.
Uh,
I'll have to read that when I get to the end of the show. I did not understand that. Sorry, Pete.
Understand that at all. Yeah, just responding back to whatever the other guest has said. Sorry, I didn't catch his name.
Shekel, he said his name was.
Yeah. Basically, that study was discredited originally because its research methods were invalid. and it was performed on couples that had been in relationships for a long time. And as all studies have found, as sexual intimacy and sexual relations decrease, as relationship duration increases. I don't think it has
all right,
much
all right,
to do with this.
okay then. All right then, but women have less testosterone than men. Women visit escorts less than men do. Women visit male prostitutes less than women visit male prostitutes less than men visit female prostitutes. So
why does this mean that guys should stop trying to get women?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because women have dating easier, it's only getting harder for men. Men. What's the word I'm looking for? Men.
It is potentially getting harder for men, but that's only because we've reached a more balanced and equal society.
Balanced? Do you think we're balanced, where a woman can demand a man pay for her dinner? Otherwise,
I don't think we're at balance. But I think we live in a world where, the feminists are convinced we live in a patriarchy.
Do you think so?
MGTOW are convinced we live in a matriarchy. And
what do you think?
Kind of neither. It's kind of neither. It's a little bit in between.
Okay. Do you know how many women get? Oh, this is going off topic. But do you know how many women don't get sentenced to? All right. Do you know about the crime sentencing inequality, right?
Yeah, that is ridiculous, and I find it disgusting.
Inequality in justice, inequality in family courts, where you get your children taken away if the woman can lie and say he beat me, and then that counts in her favor. And then, so what are you trying? Like, how can you believe? Oh, in fact, MPs actually discussed whether prison for women should be outlawed, because women, prison is too much of a male punishment for women.
Yeah.
So how can you argue?
I know. Do you not realize how thoughts and behaviors like that are misogynistic and sexist? Those men are infantilizing these women. That's what you fail to see. Women
don't mind being infantilized if they benefit from it. Women don't mind. How many women are marching against false rape accusers being named? Female false rape accusers. How many women are marching in favor of them being named?
None. Then,
exactly. Women don't mind privileges.
Celebrating when that girl recently did get done for those false rape accusations, whereas in Croatia or something. Then we definitely live in a society where women get treated by the law, but when we look at situations,
if you've noticed also online, a lot of dating sites have actually taken down their own statistics proving the black pill.
Yes, exactly.
The fact that it's true.
Yeah. So, I think it was OkCupid took down their studies that women are hypergamous. Women only go after the top 20% of men. They took those studies down because incels were using those misogynistic facts to spread the black pill truth. So they took those sites down.
What about it? They're private companies. They can do exactly what they want to do.
What? So how about? So basically, you're in favor of book burning?
No, not at all. Not at all. But these studies and this information is still readily available.
Misinformation. It was fact. It was fact. The reason they took the studies down is because incels, pesky, misogynistic incels, were using those facts to prove the black pill.
They removed the study from their own personal private website, but those statistics and those studies are still readily available to find on the internet.
Yes.
All they didn't book ban. All they did was remove it from their own private company.
And they did it because they didn't. They did it because they didn't like the way the facts were being used.
No, they didn't want an association with the incel community, which is
even though. So they didn't like their facts being used because it using the facts in the wrong way made them look bad.
No, they didn't want to be associated with a community that they didn't want to be associated with. It would be like if terrorists had decided to start using those facts for some reason. Of course, they wouldn't, but it would be like if terrorists had decided to start doing it, they would separate themselves from that community. The issue is, whilst 99% of incels are good, decent people, I'm sure, the community has gained an incredibly negative perception.
Definitely.
You know,
okay.
There were those horrific cases of those like shootings and stuff, you know, and that has forever tarnished the name incel, which is one of the reasons why I don't think anyone should associate themselves with that name. That's why a private company would choose to separate themselves from something like that, I feel.
Shekel, do you have a final point to leave us on?
I can't actually hear what you're saying. It's not coming through.
Really? Let me see what happens. Sometimes my settings just reset for no apparent reason. Oh.
This has been really interesting. To be honest, I'd be happy to do this another week with a slightly better setup.
Okay.
As well. Like, this has been quite fun.
Can you hear him now, Shekel?
Oh, yeah, Grandpa Lounge, can you say something?
Hello. Can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah, I can hear him now.
Okay, that's my fault. Because I changed, because to talk on Discord when not live streaming, I have to use one set of settings, and then to do this live stream, I have to use a different set of settings, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, your last point, Shekel.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure they know it's a factor that if a study is turned down at a later date, probably due to the feminist academia scholars trying to suppress information.
Yeah. No, don't laugh. Don't laugh. No, don't laugh. No, look. Listen, Pete.
Not exactly like the feminists who talk about the patriarchy and say it's the patriarchy.
Yeah, but we actually have facts on our side. If you look at false rape accusation. Look at the they say that 2% of rape accusations are false. That was a study. I can't quote it now, but that was taken from basically a guesstimate in one particular university, and they just basically extrapolated from that. And in university, men are probably a bit more boisterous than they are in the general public. But going back to feminism, the Oxford University in the UK, they have moved in favor of more coursework rather than exams, because men do better at exams. They want to bring in more coursework because women can do coursework better, because you can Google shit and you can ask your friends.
It's been statistically proven that exams are one of the worst ways of finding out a pupil's capability or potential, and coursework is a far better proof of somebody's academic potential. That's the other reason. It's not because it favors men, it's because it puts everyone on a more equal footing.
How does it put everyone on an equal footing? If you, okay, I guess it does. Everyone can Google, but wouldn't it be better to know what you test somebody on, what you bring in your head, rather than your ability to press buttons and Google shit?
At schools and has for quite a few years railed against formal examination. I personally really truly believe coursework is a much better way of testing pupils than any form of test.
The soy is strong. The soy is strong with you.
What does this guy study?
What do you study? What was that?
Grandpa Lounge. Like, what subject does he study at uni?
At uni, I actually studied animation. I'm an artist.
So clearly, you're going to have a different set of exams and coursework than somebody who does, say, a STEM subject.
Yep. But when I was, as somebody's been teaching, I've been teaching supply. That's what I've done as a teacher. So I've worked in STEM subjects as well, and I still believe that's the same for there. In maths and science, like especially in STEM subjects, in fact, is one of the most important places for a heavier emphasis on coursework instead of examination.
Okay. All right. Shekel, gotta go.
All right. Shout out to the sit down.
Been lovely chatting with you guys.
See ya. All right, Shekel. See ya. Let's move on. All right. This is the advice that women give. This is blue-pilled advice. What we call just world fallacy, or the just world fallacy type of advice. Let me move my microphone so I can read this. So this is on Reddit, which is already like a soy-leaning website. It's very feminist, very blue-pilled website to begin with. And then you have to look at, this is on r/ask women. So this man, I'm assuming, I think, oh, sorry. It was.
Is Reddit that way? Reddit's like the home of several.
Reddit is the home of soy. Trust me.
I agree, it's the home of soy. There are plenty of soy boys on Reddit. I won't argue that, but like,
okay. Yeah. Okay. This person asked, what can men who think they are too ugly to successfully date do to attract the opposite sex, in your opinion? So here are the responses from women. Okay. See a therapist and work on that self-esteem. It's honestly a little exhausting because you probably do have a chance at dating, but the lack of self-confidence can be exhausting to be around. That's from one commenter, female commenter. The next one said, agreed, being confident is effing sexy. Already, like... Okay, so I keep naming Danny DeVito, but I can't think of an ugly guy. But okay, Danny DeVito with confidence. Yeah. How sexy is he?
Oh, he's still an ugly little cunt, but there are women who think he's the hottest fucker alive. That's the thing.
Some of that is because of his fame. Some of that is because of his fame. And if you look at the woman he got, he got her in the 70s, I think, or early 80s, when women didn't have access to social media and online dating. So he got an ugly woman.
I really wish my friends could take you out. I'm friends with this guy. He's 32 stone. He is the fattest fuck you've ever met in your life, genuinely.
Okay, more anecdotes, right? Anecdote. You seemed like whenever...
Take you out because, oh my God, the women he has pulled, man, it would upset you because you'd think, why are these women getting with a guy like that? You know, it can come down to confidence. I know you don't want to believe it.
I do want to believe it. I really wish it did come down to confidence. Like, you think I want the black pill to be correct? I'm a victim of the black pill. I don't want it to be correct. I want it to be garbage. I want to like make a video one day and say, actually, guys, I was wrong. All I needed to do was get some hobbies. All I needed to do was...
I just bought a domain named I want the community's support to create an app that helps.
Okay.
People find their looks match. What do you think?
It's not going to work because women don't want to date their looks match. So it's just going to be like every dating website, dating app is just going to be male heavy. Too many men messaging so many women. Women get inundated with so many men that they're only going to pick the best of their options.
But do you not think the guys are the same? Because like when I was obese, when I was 20 stone, I was only attracted to like the hottest girls that I knew, and I wondered why I couldn't get with any of them. But I was an ugly fat shit, is why. And I was horrible. I was also a nasty person who judged them and thought I was better than them. And I feel like it's not just women who are looking for somebody out of their league as such, or a batting.
No. Okay, I agree with you. Some men do try to aim too high for their actual looks, but women can date higher because men are so eager for sex and dating. Oh, hold up, comment.
The reason ugly guys have low self-esteem is because of women.
Yeah.
If you're an ugly guy, you're not allowed to be confident. Women will tear you down.
Yep, that can happen. That's true. But I see far more tearing down happening within the incel community itself. You guys are saying if you're ugly, you've got no chance. You're saying if you've got no jaw, you've got no chance. You're saying if you're balding, you've got no chance.
We're reflecting, honestly. No, it is women. It's women. If you see, I couldn't.
Your Attracts Women series is entirely about teaching men that they're not good enough. That's all it does.
If you're no, right, okay. I admit that I had to point out the problem because you'll find other videos online or on YouTube from before I started making videos that outlined the importance of looks. It was hard to come across, hard to find, but women, in future videos, I will talk about surgeries that men can get. I had to point out what was wrong with men's faces.
Men, you don't need to be encouraging men to get surgeries, guys.
If you do have a facial deformity, you need surgery. You can't get over a receded chin and close-set eyes. Well, not close-set eyes, that can't be fixed. But balding and a
receding chin,
broken nose. But yeah, I can't grow a beard.
Fair enough, nor can I. I'm facially hair net, but
so that advice was bullshit. Then you just offered advice that is just bullshit. Grow a beard. Some men can't grow a beard.
Do something else. Work out.
Yeah, exactly. Do something else.
Have you tried working out? Have you tried getting jacked? Have you tried getting to 240 pounds of muscle and being the biggest guy in the room?
Yeah, I've lifted, but women care very little about what's below your neck. If your face is hideous, why would a woman be like, well, his face does make his women? Why would a woman think? Why would a woman think? Well, his face does make my stomach churn, but man, those biceps.
Yeah, no, if you've got ripped abs, girls won't even look at your face. They'll be too busy stroking your abs.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like,
how in an office, how much can I show my abs in an office?
Oh, not a lot, but they'll see your
walking down the
shoulders.
street. How much can I show my abs?
And they'll see your back. And then when you're trying online dating, you just upload a fucking photo that's you with your fucking abs out, and every girl will be swiping on you. If on your Tinder or on your Plenty of Fish or whatever the fuck people are using these days, I don't fucking know. But on whatever dating app you're using, you have a photo of you ripped as shit. You could have the ugliest face and you'll get
the ugliest.
You will. Girls want a ripped dude. They want a guy with big arms to hug them.
Absolutely wrong. Women don't want an ugly guy with good physique. Women don't care. Women care less about physique than men think. Women care more about face.
I've seen your videos on that, and yeah. I get what you're saying in that, but I disagree.
You can disagree, but the facts are the facts.
There are no facts.
Women. Ask women. The best women want is like a swimmer's physique.
That's no facts. That's anecdotal.
But that bears out in when you look at their mating choices. So I say only look at what women say, or I say look at what women say, then compare it to what they do. And if you look at what women say, they say like they like muscles like toned or a swimmer's physique. They don't like those guys, bodybuilders on stage.
But the second they see a dude with massive muscles, that goes out the window. Trust me. Women are always saying, "Oh, they want a nice cut body. They want a nice lean guy." The second they see a fucking gym nut walk in with fucking muscles growing out of his muscles.
Just get on the endless self-improvement treadmill, bro. Just keep paying, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's a constant. You're constantly trying to improve yourself for women. If you
No, you're trying to improve yourself for you. Why are you trying? No, don't try and do it for the women. You should be trying to improve yourself for you your entire life.
Why?
Life is a struggle, and you should always be trying to improve yourself.
All right, let me read the rest of these comments. These comments are from women, by the way, and it sounds like something you could have written. Here's an activity. Here's an activity you can do in your free time. Go to the mall or really any busy public place. Look at all the totally average looking people having a great time, laughing, holding hands. Look at the happy overweight people, the happy people with big ears and tiny feet, the happy old people with wrinkles and a limp. Or work retail for like a day. You will see so many ugly people living successful and enriching lives in a successful and enriching relationships. And you will hopefully realize the concept of being too ugly to date is all in your head. Basically, stop comparing yourself to models and hip 20-somethings with naturally good looks, and start focusing on the idea that in all of human history, people of all appearances have successfully had children. But this is garbage, because for most of human history, women couldn't act on their hypergamy in full. women could date up in money and status, but they couldn't swipe through chads in their local area or in their city in 500 years ago. So this garbage about human history, don't mention human history. That's what we're talking about hypergamy in the last 15 years. We're not talking about in the 1900s. So do you see that people are they don't actually understand what we're talking about?
I totally get that. I do agree with you there. Like I completely understand that people don't get the incel perspective or the black pill or the red pill perspective and why people feel this way. The part that I don't get is why bother with any of it, because it doesn't help you. Whilst PUAs are fucking idiots and most of them are like sexist, rapey pieces of shit, like at least they're encouraging men to try and improve themselves. I don't understand the point of the black pill. All it's doing is encouraging men to give up.
Okay, all right. We're going to take a call from Tux Dicks in a sec. But all right. So you saw. All right, let me just finish reading that. Where did I get to? You're going to need to find a different excuse for why you won't work on yourself, or even better, decide you're done with excuses entirely. Therapy, again, the therapy meme. Therapy can help. If you're ugly and you can't get a woman, apparently women believe it's because you need therapy. Oh, my mid face is long and my eyes are close set and my chin is receded. My philtrum is long. My cheekbones are flat. Women are repulsed when they see me. It's because I need to talk to somebody. What? That's garbage. Therapy can help you work out why you're trapped in these illogical thought processes. Okay, so this is a woman's response to facts. Okay, she said go out and wait. Okay, coming in.
Face, you are 6 feet plus with a BBC. Why don't you run BBC game?
Yeah, I'll just
Some
walk.
chicks are all about the BBC and won't care that you look like a cross between JZ's retarded cousin and KRS.
Brutal.
One, especially the white land whales that you go for.
Well, I do go for land whales, but they're not all white. I go for any type of land whale, and they all reject me. Brutal.
Oh, buddy, it's because you're calling them land whales. That's
I do. Yes, exactly. I say hello, land whale. What's your name? That. I obviously must do that, right?
Yeah, obviously. Right, I want to bring up some examples. Right, you know J Station, right? You must have heard of J Station.
I'm not really.
That's getting cancelled at the moment. Blah,
J
blah,
Station.
blah.
No.
Fair enough. Okay.
Nope.
Because I was watching one of your videos, and I drew him up as an example because it was where you were talking about jaws and what you need, basically what you need your face to look like to be attractive. And the thing with J Station, right? If you look him up, you'll see his ex-girlfriend was very attractive, very beautiful woman. The guy's got a weak jawline. He's got a long philtrum. He's got a bulbous, crooked nose. He's got a receding hairline. He looks like a crack addict. He is weak. He is skinny. His eyes are slightly too wide apart. He has rounded lower eyelids and negative canthal tilt. He has sleepy eyes. He has no cheekbones. He has a long, drawn-out horse face, and you can always see his massive nostrils.
All right, let me
basically that's.
Let me have a look at this guy. Let me have a look. J Station. How are you spelling this? How are you spelling this?
Jay Station. Like, the man is an ugly bastard. And everyone hates him. Most importantly, he is hated. And he can still pull. And he fails all of your categories.
So how does he pull women? Through status? Is he big? Like, I don't know.
Sure. Because nobody likes him. He's only big amongst children. His content, I think, has all been removed from YouTube now. But still can. Or another example, and again, status is important, but look at somebody like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay, so celebrities. Just be a celebrity, bro. Just star in movies, bro.
Just have a talent, is what I'm saying.
Women don't care about talent. Women don't care about talent. Oh, he could play only if it comes with status.
You cannot
Yeah, and
act
dude,
like James
it's
Bond if you
hilarious.
don't look like James Bond. Your looks dictate your personality.
Yeah. How
Think
about?
about how
Okay.
easy you
So many
care
things are
about.
going on. This is why I don't need to organize too much content because there's always so much to discuss. Yeah. How about the fact that your confidence will be a reflection of how women treat you because of your looks, to a large extent.
Yep.
Okay. You accepted that one. Good. Let me go
I
back
don't,
to
I don't, I don't get your point. Sorry.
women. Okay, if you're not all right. If women treat you like garbage because of your looks, then you're not going to be confident. Which means women won't see you as confidence can be somewhat attractive, but only on attractive men. But if you're not, if you're ugly and unconfident, then you're doubly screwed. But how can you be confident when you don't have a reason to be?
It's very hard. I get it. It's very hard. That's why you have to stop self-pitying yourself. Again, I was bullied every day of my fucking life growing up. I once got so because I was obese. On my birthday, the kids decided instead of birthday beats, they'd give me birthday nipple cripples, and they gave me fucking titty twisters till I was bleeding through my fucking school top, man.
Wow.
Like, and then to make it worse, the next day they held an assembly and told all the kids, like, can you stop bullying Peter? You know, he's getting
Wow.
very badly bullied. Stop bullying this kid. And you can imagine what happened after that. My
Yes,
confidence
exactly.
ruined. It was only once I stopped feeling fucking sorry for myself that anything started to change, though. Because I felt so sorry for myself. I was so self-pitying. It was pathetic. And it was only once I could stop doing that my life started to change.
All right, let's get this guy. Tux Dix. What up? Hello.
Hello?
Hello, you made
you
it.
hear me?
Yeah, we can. Welcome to Looks
hear you.
Live.
Well, I
Be
hear
quick.
the other guy talking.
Yeah.
You can hear me.
Hello.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about a topic on one of the forums,
Okay.
and hey, how's it going? So I wanted to bring up a topic.
Yeah, you
I'm
keep starting the sentence
hearing,
again.
Myself.
Is it me? I'll move back.
I think something
Okay,
was getting
so
cut
I
you.
wanted to do a topic that's on a forum called "Blaming Genetics is Making Surgical Correction Less Accessible."
Making surgery.
And,
What? Sorry. Say that again. Making what more accessible?
Yeah, so blaming genetics is making surgical correction less accessible.
Blaming genetics is making surgery less accessible. How?
Yeah.
How?
I mean, I'm hearing myself from like 10 seconds ago.
Really? Is it? Are you listening to the YouTube stream?
Oh yeah. Let me turn it off.
Yeah. That will bring your IQ down to my level if you do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna read it off, and then you could ask me.
Okay.
All right. So it starts as if you observe faces, the facial skull bones, and the way the soft tissues interact with the positional orientations, you could read a face's natural history in a. That being that you could tell certain habits that a person has, like mouth breathing or sleep apnea, which overbites are a dead giveaway, or other types of recession. Many of these are poorly oriented. I can still hear my. I don't know if it's through your mic or something.
I'll mute myself, see if that does it. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I still hear myself.
It might be mine. Let me try muting mine.
Yeah.
I'm probably the problem.
Yes.
Oh no, but then I can't.
No, you can. If you let me mute you, and then you can still hear him. It's not. So if I mute you.
All right. Still hear myself.
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we may just have to try again another time.
I mean, I think some of the good points would just be made if you'd read over it, or just maybe on your own time.
Yeah, I'll read it and then come back to it. Yeah, sorry about that, dude.
No problem.
That's all right.
No problem.
Okay, thanks for your call.
Mm-hmm.
See ya. Yeah, sorry about that. That is
Sorry.
unfortunate. Anyway, back to this. Okay, so this is the typical thinking of a woman. Just go to a supermarket and have your confirmation bias proven, or just go to a supermarket and view things in an unscientific way that makes your heart feel good. But if you bring science into the matter, so which is what this incel or black pillar did. He quoted this study. I'm not going to read it. Langlois, J.H. Canis, L. Rubenstein, A.J. Larson, A. Blah blah blah. The study is Maxims or Myths of Beauty, a meta-analytic and theoretical review, psychological bulletin. So he posted this link to prove the black pill. And what was the response? Dude, go out into the real world instead of foaming at the screen. So even when incels or black pillars bring studies and facts to the table, people aren't interested. They're like, dude, like, who cares about your facts? People don't care about our facts. So how can we prove ourselves correct? We can't even use facts.
It's not about you proving yourselves right or wrong. That's the thing. I feel like this whole black pill movement has become far too obsessed over what is fact and what isn't, whilst ignoring what's actually going to help you.
Okay, all right. I can understand that from an outsider's point of view, it can be somewhat negative, but
I'm not an outsider. I grew up on 4chan as a fat bullied kid who thought he was never going to get laid, and
yeah, but you're not like a true insult. I sounds like a no Scotsman fallacy now. Sounds like a no Scotsman. No, but sorry. You had potential because you had underlying good bone structure. Me,
I didn't know that. I didn't think that, and also I was really short. I never knew any of these things. Like,
okay.
And yeah,
but okay? Can a man be too ugly to get a girlfriend?
Sorry?
Can a man be too ugly to get a girlfriend?
Just flat out no.
No.
Never. Unless they are like fucking Joseph Fritzl. Probably not. No.
Oh, so you're like a woman then. You think that ugliness doesn't exist. It's all about having a shower and wearing the right clothing, and you could get a girlfriend, bro.
No, I keep agreeing with you that like looks are a thing. Lookism exists. Life is easier if you're better looking. I just don't see the point in the negativity. I don't understand the point in it, and I see a lot more point in discussing things of greater merit and virtue, rather than obsessing over how, because you look a certain way, you're never going to have a certain life. Instead, you can start obsessing over how you can try and change that anyway. But
okay, do you agree with surgery? Do you agree that men should get surgery if their looks are hindering them from getting a girlfriend?
I don't think that's why anyone should ever get surgery.
Okay, all right. So should women wear makeup then? Should women be banned from wearing makeup?
That's what I'm saying either. What?
Should women be banned? What if men are not? If you're saying that men shouldn't improve their looks or work on their facial flaws through surgery, then I guess you have to be consistent and say that women shouldn't wear makeup.
No, that's not.
Okay, it's different. Okay, it's different. Okay.
The same.
Right, can men wear makeup? Should men be allowed to wear makeup? So what's the difference?
More men are.
What's the difference? Should women be banned from cosmetic surgery?
Nobody should be banned from it. I'm saying surgery shouldn't be something you do to get a partner. Surgery should only be something you do if you've got incredible self-esteem issues or something, and it's the only thing that's going to fix it. You know, you've tried therapy, you've tried other things, and there is nothing that's going to change your life.
What?
You have a disability or some disfigurement, then yeah.
What if your self-esteem issues come from how you're treated by women?
I don't think this is the problem. I think you're blaming it all on women.
I'm not blaming women. I'm just saying that women will choose their best options. I don't blame women for not dating me. Why? I wouldn't date me if I were a woman. If I could spend 1 hour a day selling my. If I were a woman and I could wake up at like 10 a.m., sell my shit on OnlyFans, you know, post my shit in the mail to people, and then do a fully clothed live stream playing Super Mario Brothers really badly, and then go on Tinder and swipe through hundreds of chads and have free meals. Why would I pick me, Face? Why would I pick me? I don't blame women.
But the problem is you just said there that you wouldn't date yourself, and I think that's your underlying problem. You have no self-love. You have no self-respect.
Yeah, I've learned it. I've learned it from women.
You can keep saying that, and that may be true, but you've reinforced it yourself and through the community that you uphold. You reinforce it yourself through the things that you create and the content you create. And instead of reinforcing that belief, you could try to change it. You could try to improve yourself.
Okay, how can I improve myself? I'm ugly and terrible looking. How can I improve? I'm balding.
You're genuinely hilarious. So I think if I were you, I'd be looking at trying to get some kind of stand-up routine, some kind of comedy gig.
Yeah, women do want me. Women do want me to stand up and leave.
Buddy. Use your. Oh God, my laptop's just.
My laptop is. I need to buy a new one. Yeah.
I've got I interrupted. Mac Pro, 2010 Mac.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, I interrupted. What was
what was I saying?
Improve myself. Be a comedian, bro.
You're hilarious. You're actually hilarious.
Yeah, women don't care. Like, why? Okay, if I'm hilarious, why would a woman have to date me? Can't she just be my friend?
Yeah, that's true. But buddy, if you're doing stand-up and you've got 300 pairs of eyes on you and everyone in the room thinks you're the funniest, most confident guy in the room, then I guarantee some women in that room will start finding you attractive, no matter what you look like. What is that effect where, you know, if one person finds you slightly attractive, then it increases the likelihood of somebody else finding you attractive, you know, the cheerleader effect. And so if you're there doing a banging comedy routine in front of a club of 300, 400 people, then yeah, some of those women in there with their partners are going to be thinking, God, he's hotter than my partner just because he's so fucking funny. That is a fact. Look at Michael McIntyre. He's an ugly shit. And even if he's better looking than you still, like at the end of the day, he's a floppy head, chubby little git, you know? He's funny, and so women find him as attractive as fuck. You're hilarious. You could do comedy gigs and pull. I genuinely believe that. Oh my God, I'm just looking at a picture of Michael McIntyre and his wife. Oh my God. Like,
let me Google him.
He's batting out his league so far. Google Michael McIntyre and his wife.
All right.
He is batting so hard.
Okay, when did he meet her? Michael McIntyre. When did he meet her? He probably met her. Did he meet his wife before Tinder? Let me okay, this guy. Oh yeah. I always thought he looked like slightly Asian. All right, so let me just see when he met his wife. I could be proven completely wrong, but let me just go off this hunch.
No, they married in 2003.
2003. So before Tinder.
Yeah. So what?
He was I doubt that he would. I doubt that he would have.
Using online as your game. If you're using
no. I'm not using. I'm saying that women have that option. So women, do you know that women are less likely to go out to nightclubs to meet new men these days because that side of their dating life is handled online now, and they can reject men without the awkwardness of having to reject a man in a way that doesn't make him blow up and get angry. So women now prefer to choose men online where they have the power and where they can actually filter out ugly guys.
But we also have the power online. When I went before online apps, man, back when I was younger and fat and ugly, and I would try to approach women in bars, yes, I would get shot down 100% of the time. And with the advantage of the internet, the accessibility to hundreds more women, it made it so much easier to pull. So much easier. The internet is your friend, not your enemy.
That would have been funny if my PC was, made after, 1990. I'm going to do it again.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't believe that. That's not true. Never mind what I believe. That's not true. Women can pick and choose guys online. So when they go out now, they can pick the best guys online now. So they don't appreciate ugly guys approaching them in real life because they don't need to handle their dating lives in real life. They can handle their dating life on Tinder.
Yeah, that's how the world works now. Don't be approaching random women in the street. They'll probably think you're a creep. That's the same for no matter how good.
So how do you approach a woman then? How do you approach a woman?
I'm telling you, if you're right. So for you, your two options would be get an insanely good body, get insanely ripped, become the fucking Gerard Butler in 300. Get yourself Gerard Butler abs, and I guarantee you, doesn't matter what your face looks like, you're going to be pulling. If that's too hard, if that's too much work for you personally, I'd get yourself down to the comedy clubs, as I say. If you're so ashamed of your physical appearance, turn it into a joke. Use self-effacing humor. Use it to make yourself even funnier, as you already do in your videos. People will love that. People will find that endearing, and you will slay. I genuinely, it kills me because talking to you, I know you could pull. I've met women that you could pull, and you don't realize how much of it actually is personality, and you holding yourself back because you believe so little in yourself and believe so little in your own appearance and believe that it's just impossible. It will be. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
How do you think I got this way? How do you think I started to feel and think like this?
Oh, probably through tons and tons of rejections, the same way I did. Rejection is horrible and tough, but you can also change yourself now you're an adult.
Okay, let me try and add this guy to the conversation. Hopefully, I'm not doxing him by saying his name here, Roma. When I'm listening back to this, the awkwardness of waiting for the caller is really I'm cringing when I wait when I hear this back. Hello, Roma. Please have a good mic. Please have a good mic.
Hello,
you're on Looks Live.
Yeah, how are you?
Not good.
I'm hearing it now.
I wish I had coronavirus, but how are you?
Likewise.
What do I have to do to get coronavirus, by the way? Do I have to what do I have to do? People are so scared of getting it, and I'm not anywhere close to get. Anyway, enough about me. Back to you, Roma.
Stream disconnected.
The stream disconnected? Really?
My stream mine did, not yours.
Oh, okay.
Mine.
All right. Back to you, Roma. Or he muted himself, I think.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so let me just make a couple of points. Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot your guest's name.
Pete.
Yeah, Pete. He actually, to some extent, I actually do agree with him. And what I mean is this, yeah. I just don't think feeling sad and feeling, low about yourself is going to improve your chances. You really got to get out. You got to get out. You got to try yourself. Even if you hear the word no, and you got to push yourself. That's what you have to put. You have to go through that idea of.
Are you in a submarine?
Huh?
What are you in a submarine? What is that noise? No idea. Anyway, I do agree that you should try.
Voices, bro.
I do agree that you should try, but when you get to my level where you've tried so much that you actually know what women are going to say before you even approach, you're aware of your low level of looks, and you can actually put yourself in a woman's position and say, why would she say yes? Why would she date me? And you feel like you know how much of a burden you are to her because you've been through it so many times. It's hard to be confident when you know what's going to happen.
But do you see how that's a terrible place to start from?
It's a terrible place to be. Yeah, but the thing is, like, how can I phrase it? I know. Say you have an inferior product. It's broken. It doesn't work. It's old. It's dusty. It has cobwebs on it, and you're trying to sell it. It would be hard. You'd have to be some kind of narcissist or some kind of mentally ill person to sell it and be confident that it's actually a good product. That's my face.
Yeah, so, okay, fair enough. But in that case, you're going to have to work on other aspects of yourself so you believe in the product that is you. Again, as I keep saying, you're one of the funniest people I've had the pleasure of talking to.
Thank you.
You should have more self-belief. And it sucks that people have made you feel so negative about yourself and that you've gotten to this place where you feel so crushed down. But the only person that will ever be able to build yourself back up is you. You can't expect nice words from other people to do that.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think the incel community should be doing better, Roma?
Okay, so I'm kind of going through some personal issues too. So I agree with you. Don't think that I'm not. I agree both with you and your guest, right? So I wanted to go back to one other thing that I heard in one of your other streams.
Okay.
I believe with your guest was Bulldog Mindset.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the one thing I want to draw out or kind of bring into is I believe he said something on any given night, if you are willing to go out into a nightclub or, a pub, whatever, say you have to approach, I believe, now please correct me if I'm wrong, he said you have to approach up to 30 women on a given night to get at least one girl who's interested in you. Is that, I believe he said something like this.
Something like that. Do you know how demoralizing 30 rejections in a row is?
What? Yeah,
right.
So let me finish.
So let me finish
this. That I disagree with 100%, right? Because let's say you will approach 2 girls, 5 girls, okay, 10 girls on the high end, right? And you hear 10 times no. I doubt you're going to have emotional or psychological resilience to approach the following 20 girls to get it up to 30. I don't think so. I think that advice is bullshit, right?
Okay.
But I think with your current guest, like I said, I keep going back to, you can't feel, oh shit, my life is fucked. I'm this, and I apologize for cursing actually. That's it. It's done for me. I can't. You gotta find an alternative way. You have to approach. Yeah, I'll give you I went out yesterday, right, in my local area, and there were 4 girls, and they came in as a group, and I found an opportunity. 2 of them actually went to dance, and I'm standing. I approached one of them, right, and she gave me a soft rejection. But I can tell you this: you know how you said previously that men and women can pick up these nonverbal cues of themselves, right?
Yeah.
I could tell, God's honest truth, that I could tell she would be interested had her partner or friend not been there. But women have this bullshit mentality. Oh, I have to support my friend, and I feel that I don't want to leave her and this and that. So,
yeah.
Right? Correct?
That's a good thing, isn't it? Women protect each other.
Okay, I agree that. So what you're saying is, even if you do pass a woman's looks threshold, you still have to pass the threshold of what she wants to be seen with. That just makes things harder.
Well, that's when you're.
That's the issue. Is girls don't want to leave their mates alone when their mates are drinking because they're scared their mates will get raped or something. That's all it is.
Okay.
Women just look out for each other when they're out on nights out, buddy. That's literally all that is.
Yeah, cock blocks. The uglier woman will probably cock block you.
And the mother hen situation.
Yeah, mother hen. Yeah. Okay, Roma. Got to keep it moving. So thanks for your call.
All right.
I'm going to move you, my friend, as well, because I am bursting to the toilet.
You want to go to the toilet and come back? We've only got 25 minutes left. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That'll be much better. Give me 2 minutes then.
No problem.
Cool. Thank you. And just to my guys, I'll be back in 2 minutes if my streak next.
Okay, I'll keep talking. I'll keep filling. Right. Let's see who's next. Let's load someone up while I'm waiting. Shall I go to... Okay, let's go to Skype. Let's go to this guy because he is keen. Let me add him. I have to crush this guy. I'm a Chad Light. All right, let's take this guy. I'm not going to read... I don't think I'm doxing you by saying your name is Bro something. So let me just add this guy right now. Bro. Here we go. Added. Hey, you made it. You're on Looks Live.
Yeah, so what's up, man? I'll tell you what, right? What's the guy who is the I don't know if he's a pickup artist or something, right? But he's very encouraging, I imagine, right?
Who?
What's
Sorry.
his name?
Oh, the guy, the guest?
Talking. Yeah, the blue pill
No,
guy.
no, yeah, he's not a pickup artist. He's more of a... I don't want to insult him. He's more of a feminist kind of guy.
Okay.
Pete, yeah.
So okay, I'll tell you about myself. I was
Wait, he's gone to the he's gone to the toilet, so he'll be back in a sec.
No, well, this is fine. I could just talk to your audience.
Okay, yeah.
I was a club promoter for probably over 10 years of my life, and I'll tell you one thing: the black pill is 100% true. Like, I don't care what any of those dudes say. I'm an average looking dude. I would say I'm a little above average, but I remember I'll be out in the club. There'll be some girls who'll be like, nah, you're not my type. And I have another boy. He's probably, I would say he's like an Adonis type dude. He's like 11 probably. And whenever we would go together, he doesn't have a good personality. So 9 times out of 10, the girls see him first. They'll be like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. They'll be into him, but they'll be like, yeah, exactly. They would notice he has a bad personality, and I would turn them off a little more. But then even still, they would want to fuck him. But versus like a dude like me, I would have to kind of wear him down a little bit. So that's why I'm like, I would call that bullshit, bro. like I know chicks are hypergamous.
They are.
Yo, I would be in I remember one time I'm in this club in Florida. We're popping a lot of bottles. We're having fun, etc. Yo, I'm with football players. The girls came. Look, I was able to grab 10 girls, bring them to the VIP. You think any of those girls said anything? It's only because of status. It wasn't because I'm a good-looking dude. But I bet you if my boy went over there and said, hey, y'all want to come to VIP? Instantaneous, they would have came.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I just got to call that guy on his bullshit. No offense, man.
No,
he's a nice-sounding guy, but he's very blue-pilled.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell the level of blue pill when he says that no man is too ugly to get a girlfriend. No man? Yeah. Whatsoever? That's crazy.
Trust me, man. I have friends. I've taken them to the club, and they have really good personalities. And girls will see them, and they're like, "Ooh, why you brought that guy?"
Brutal. All right, are you back, Pete? Pete, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm back.
Yeah. So
apparently, you guys said I'm a feminist. I'd just like to point out.
Yes.
Well, not to insult you, man. Just,
no.
You sound very.
Well, you are. You do believe that we don't live in a matriarchy, or you do believe that we don't live in a gynocentric society. So
I don't believe the gynocentric society or patriarchy. I disagree with both of them.
Okay. Anyway, back to bro, who said he had a friend who had a good personality, and the women said, "Why did you bring this guy?" Because his face wasn't good looking,
and he didn't have money. He was a regular guy.
So what did he do wrong? What did he do wrong?
What did he do wrong?
don't
Do you
know.
see?
Maybe
Do you
they're
see?
nice. Maybe
Do you
they're
see?
good people. Maybe they're not nice.
Do you see that your default position is to blame the man? The man has to have done something wrong. He has to have done something wrong for women to reject him.
I also said maybe they weren't nice. I actually did it to both. My default position wasn't that at all. My default position was to say, I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation.
Okay, so let's extrapolate then. Say it's not the man's fault. Say the man is doing everything that he can do right, and women are just not into his looks, and they just don't feel they need to settle for him as a boyfriend. Maybe they do. Maybe they would be his friend in some capacity, but they don't want to date him. What then? Can you see that as a feasible situation?
I'm not going to lie, I didn't really understand.
Okay, it's my IQ. If a man has tried everything, but women, like the example you just gave, or the example we were just discussing, where you said that maybe the women have the problem, they're picky or mean or something. Yeah. Do you admit that let's extrapolate that situation? Can that situation occur generally where women just don't find a guy worthy of dating, no matter what he does, no matter how much he tries to compensate for his lack of looks?
Yeah, people just don't like other people. Some people just aren't compatible, of course.
Well, let me ask a question, right? So I guess you're thinking that it's not like something genetic, it's not natural. You don't think like there's something like that's part of society, or I would say, just natural, that would make women desire more, favorable males, right? I'll give you a really good example. Go on. Mm-hmm. So you think that men can overcome that genetic barrier or that that societal pressure?
Yes, look at Michelle Petrucciani, look at Sean Stevenson.
But you're talking about successful guys, no offense or anything.
Yeah,
that sounds kind of...
That's how
every guy can't be successful.
Yeah.
I'm a successful guy, man, but I know every guy can't be successful like me. That's not realistic.
Okay.
Not every guy can be a Hollywood movie star.
It's called the 1% for a reason, or the 10%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But if your issue is that you feel like you need to be better and you can't succeed in life, then you've got to put in the work to try and get to that level.
So I agree with you, but the implication is that if you don't get success, it's because you haven't done enough work. That's what really angers me.
And look, I'll throw a black pill in there right now. Sorry to interrupt you though, but look, I'll throw a black pill. So if you it was an article that came out, and it's about Mongolia. So basically, the women in Mongolia are having like a new standard of life, in which that they're able to go to college, because the men had to stay back and work on the farm. So now Mongolian women are complaining, we cannot find good men.
Yes, because the men, I think the men had to stay behind as farmers, because the women couldn't do the farming because it took physical strength to do the farming. So the women got skilled and degreed and educated, and suddenly the men in the same village weren't good enough for the women anymore. So hypergamy, women want to date up. So I guess that's a separate issue, but can you see how women's hypergamy can cause a situation where men are disenfranchised, men are screwed and feel like there is no hope?
I can understand the disenfranchisement, and I can understand that feeling of hopelessness. I can certainly understand that, but I can also understand that the only way you can ever change that is by trying to change it yourself.
Okay.
Face isn't saying that. Face isn't saying that. He's not saying it's like you're hopeless. He's just saying for some men that it's not going to be possible 100%. That's all he's saying.
With that.
Because, bro, I used to smash girls in the bathroom like it was left and right, or like it was nothing when I was a club promoter. And then a lot of these girls, they wouldn't be interested even. Like, let's say, for example, my handsome boy said, yo, you want to come in the bathroom and smash? Yo, 9 times out of 10, he would be able to fuck, but he would be too shy. Versus me, luckily, like they say, I think it's called personality maxing or something in your community. Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure.
Or personality cell or something?
Well, are you a mental cell?
Mental cell. I would say I'm smart, but I have a pretty good personality as well.
Okay. Anyway, do you have? My throat is closing up. Do you have anything to leave us on while I die?
Yeah. Well, all I'm gonna say is that Face is pretty right, and I'm not saying it's no hope, but for majority of guys, it's gonna be really difficult for them to actually get a girl, or even like one girlfriend. I'm not saying that it's hopeless for everyone, but it's pretty brutal out there. That's all I'll say.
Thank you for your call. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Have a good one, man.
And you. All right. Bye.
You see, I sort of get his point. But it doesn't add anything to anyone's life or anyone's conversation. That's the issue.
Okay.
None of it helps.
All right. Let's move on. Women give blue-pilled advice. This next comment. This is the same Ask Women subreddit. So the question was, what can men who think they're too ugly to successfully date do to attract the opposite sex, in your opinion? This is another response from a woman. They're not too ugly to successfully date. They're probably just too ugly to successfully date the hotties they have in mind. Are you of the opinion that if a man can't get a girlfriend, it's just because he's aiming too high?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not.
Okay.
That comment there from that was just horrible. Again,
wait.
That's the problem.
Say that again, because your mic cut out.
Oh, sorry. That comment from that woman was absolutely horrible. And yeah, people can be absolute bitches, but it's just never any reason to give up.
Okay. She went on to say, that said, how much of this ugliness is actually poor hygiene and lack of styling?
Yeah, no, I get it. I get that as a community, people get bored with being told you need to work out, you need to cut your hair, you need to improve your personal hygiene. If you heard of deodorant, bro,
yeah,
I get that gets annoying. Because I know people don't listen to you fairly. People don't listen to everything fairly. But you also surely have to understand why that advice does get repeated so often.
Why? Because it's the women think that women like to live in the in this just world fallacy where everyone has a chance, and if you just try hard enough, it's like women's development doesn't grow beyond puberty. Like if you're like a 10-year-old or something, you imagine you've probably seen like 10-year-old, 8-year-old Down syndrome kids who think I'm going to be president one day or something. They're unaware of, the harsh realities of life. And it seems like women don't evolve beyond puberty in that sense. They seem to think that everyone can get to where they want to be if they just try hard enough. They seem to think that ugliness is just a consequence of not washing or not styling.
What you should have said there is some people think that. Some people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Women are prone to it. Men are, well, like yourself. Women are more susceptible to it because they can't help but live in this just world mentality.
Sorry?
Women can't help but live in that just world mentality, but I guess it's generic to people as well. What women are more susceptible, like you, for instance.
But there are plenty of women who don't think that way. There are so many women out there who are anti-feminist these days.
Yeah, women are anti-feminist, but when you poll them and you say, should women have this free thing, or should welfare be increased, or should the government be grown, or whatever, they vote, or they want things that feminism brings. They just don't like the label.
Well, they want egalitarianism.
No, women don't. Women don't want to pull out a chair for a man. Please. Women don't want to pay for a man.
Women, most men don't do that shit.
Yeah, but women don't want to pay. Women don't want to pay on the first date. Women don't want to pay on dates. Women don't want to date a man who lives with his parents and doesn't drive and doesn't. Come on, man. Women don't. You've swallowed the soy pill too hard.
I don't, dude.
Yeah.
Right. This is what's hilarious about the soy pill thing. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. You're talking to people that you also call chads. You get that soy is an estrogenator. It causes people to grow bitch tits and things. So, like, if you're going to call somebody a chad or something like that, or somebody who's not an incel, you shouldn't be calling them soy boys as well. It makes no sense. Secondly, I totally lost track of the actual point I was going to make. I'm getting tired.
Okay. It's okay. I lose the thread all the time. I said that. See, I'm losing it. I said that women don't want equality. Oh yeah, and then they that's we can go past that. Women have a idyllic view of the world. It's part of their like when women are young, they like to believe they're going to get married and dress up as princess and that kind of thing. They don't really grow up beyond that. They still kind of have that kind of naive thinking that
I don't think it's true. I just don't think it's true, and I don't think all women are looking for this perfect guy. Again, like that's what I was going to say.
I believe you. I agree with you. Not all women want a perfect guy. Not all women, but it's so hard. But women have so many options that they could get a perfect guy, not a perfect guy, but they could get a great guy if they want.
They have to trawl through. Think about how much crap they have to trawl through. If you were to look at like the average girl's dating profile, they get like thousands of messages a day from guys saying all sorts of shit, sending them dick pics, sending them all sorts of gross shit. Like when I was on the dating scene, I'd send girls the most crude fucking pickup lines. I feel terrible for them. Like we have the hard part in yes, as you're saying, potentially there are less opportunities for you, but they have hard in that
less as in zero
every day.
Let me get this guy on. This guy was waiting for a long time. A guy.
I'm
all right.
Quite tired. And
you're gonna what?
Much sense.
Okay, we've got 9 minutes left. Sorry, yeah, we've got 9 minutes left. All right, so let me get a guy on. Like I said, this stream is going to be short.
Yeah, I saw your normal streams like 5 hours long.
I know. I need to stop that. That is not happening anymore. Hey, a guy, welcome.
Oh, hello.
Long time. All right, can you stop? Yeah, can you stop the? Man, I sound terrible. Can you stop the YouTube stream?
Yeah, I stopped it.
Okay.
I paused my YouTube.
Okay, go ahead.
I apologize for being late, by the way. I know I was supposed to be a scheduled guest. I was too busy at the mall staring at Stacy's.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Anyways, so I've been hearing our guests for a while, and I just have to say, man, and I know you're very nice and all, and I appreciate. Yeah.
It's all right. I said he is. Yeah.
You really. Huh?
Sorry, I said he is. Yeah, no, I said he is nice. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just the mic is blurring a bit, so it's hard to hear. But yeah, you are nice in that you try to understand us and give us advice and give us hope. Like I know the community can be depressing sometimes, but I feel like the way you're going about it isn't really helping. More so, it's kind of like telling us to ignore the wound and just keep going on until like the wound kills us.
How am I doing that?
Well, you see, a lot of the time you don't offer a lot of good solutions. Like, most of your solution is generic blue-pilled stuff we've heard before. Just be funny, just be confident, just be social. And
I've not said that at all. I've given very specific advice. In Face's example, I've said to him, he is already funny. He should go in comedy clubs. I've given quite specific advice, I'd say, actually.
No, I'm saying that's the point. That advice, in my opinion, was terrible because like if Face is a naturally funny person, shouldn't he have emanated these qualities in like his natural life, where he was around friends and companion? But people
really does. He has.
Yeah, like and there's a reason that women specifically, didn't pick up on it, was because of his face. Like he didn't look good.
No. But you even said yourself, you've got female friends. They may not find you sexually attractive, but they certainly find your personality and your humor attractive, I would think.
Yeah, so that's just more of an indictment of how much my face is the problem.
No, it's not. Everyone goes through life gaining female friends. It's not wrong to have a few female friends, guys.
I'm not saying it isn't, but there is a reason I was picked as a friend. There is a reason why I was picked as a friend rather than a sexual partner or a boyfriend. All right, let me
MSN was friend zone Pete. Like, I've been the king of friend zone. Girls used to say all the time to me that they wish I was gay so that I could be their gay best friend. I get it.
All right, here is this. Let me read this out. This other comment from a woman. Here is a start. Recognize how entitled you must be to assume. Okay, interruption.
There is no solution to an old ugly face, though, buddy.
Exactly. There isn't. Okay, let's read this again because I'm going to be out of here soon. Probably go over the 10 o'clock mark by about 5 minutes or so. Here is a start. Recognize how entitled you must be to assume that women should do the heavy emotional labor of figuring out what's wrong with you and fix it. Go to therapy and read books. What the advice that women give is so generic and so
I get terrible advice.
All right, let's keep going. So far we've read about 5 posts from women, and I've picked
some Sean Stevenson. I'm telling you to go read some good, get some good advice.
Okay. This is what women believe. This is what Gook.
Buddy, you're new in the chat. I can't remember your name, but go for you as well. Please go look at Sean Stevenson. It could change your life.
I've actually heard of him.
Yeah. By the way, the woman he was dating, I think she was either mentally ill or waiting for him to. Waiting for him to.
So depressing. Well, I mean, you have to give us.
But I do give her credit because she did wait for a long time. I do give her credit because she did wait for a long time for him to die.
Dude, or again, look at someone like Michelle Petrucci, who his partner has chosen to, his last partner has chosen to be buried in the same grave as him, man.
Okay.
People love ugly partners.
I mean, leaving yourself buried with someone isn't really love. I mean, you're gonna be dead anyway, so who gives a fuck?
Stop it! Your guy's perception of death is so wrong. So wrong.
It's over. What are you talking about? Scientifically, it is over for you. Even if you're Chad, it is over for you if you're dead.
I think that's the one good thing about death.
To think about life, but I think there's a more compassionate, empathetic way to live life than just being an edgelord who thinks suicide and death is cool. I think that's just.
I don't think it's cool. No, I don't think it's cool. But I think sometimes a life is not worth living, or maybe if you can't find happiness, then that's the way to go.
I want to read out.
You want to read out something?
Because I got a big fan of yours. This is one of the people that recommended I talk to you.
Okay.
And he left a comment on one of my videos saying, "Suicide is badass. If you're ugly and cannot afford surgery before it's too late, then you're going to be an incel until your 30s and 40s at the very least. And if you looks max everything except surgery, the best you'll get is a 30s, 40s, obese, ugly, used up single mother. Suicide is far more honorable. If I was a father who had an ugly son who couldn't afford surgery, I'd rather him kill himself than fall for blue-pilled shit and simp for ugly old land whale roasties after decades of isolation." Do you get
Yeah, I get that. That's probably that's like an edgelord. He's probably 19 years old, and
I'm saying it's this black pill mentality that encourages this thinking. I have had more than 30 comments from people on my videos encouraging suicide. Man, and I've only got 1,000 subscribers. I only get 200 views on my videos. So 30 comments from people encouraging suicide and saying suicide is badass.
Hold up.
Is upsetting.
Once you die, well, all turn to Chads. Apparently. The problem with advice like Just Do X is that it ignores the story part. There are prerequisites to doing X, but you're assuming that those have been satisfied.
Okay, like the assumption is, let me think on my feet. The assumption is, let me say, prerequisite. Could you comment again? Because I want to know what. I don't want to put words in your mouth. What's a prerequisite that's assumed? Let me read this quickly because we're running out of time. Little Miss Happiest says, I don't think it's all about how good looking a man is, especially in this era. So many very attractive women are dating married to not as attractive men because it's really about more than just what a person looks like. Wow. This is the world that women think. This is the world that women live in.
Can I add a comment to that?
Yeah.
That woman is right. It's not just about looks, man. It's all about money and status. You see, when you say
use that advantage, get money and status, and you're fine then, bro.
Yeah, of course. Here's the problem. Okay.
Lazy.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Okay.
You're asking us to get money and status. That's the problem. You're too lazy to get money and status.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So children in Africa, they can just go to another country to get food, right?
Dude, you're starving African child.
Please answer my question. Please answer my question. Please just answer my question. They can just go. What do you mean? People travel between different countries all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. A comment is incoming, and then I'm gonna rush through this content. It was okay. All right. Let me keep going. So, do you realize how this is what women think? She says, especially in. Oh, sorry. I'll start again. I don't think it's all about how good looking a man is, especially in this era. Especially in this era. Is she serious?
Black pill is so toxic. Incels are in a cult, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The man wasted $2.5 just to say that. Thank you, by the way.
I appreciate all the super chats. So this woman said that, especially in this era, even you would admit that it's harder for men in this era. So women actually think men have it better because it's the apex fallacy. Women are looking at the top 10 or 20% of men that they're having sex with in their youth, and they're thinking all men have that same experience. Like I said, women's development stalls out at like puberty, and they're susceptible to believing in the just world fallacy. They're susceptible to following the apex fallacy, because they think that the chads that they're having sex with, men below that level of looks are having the same chad experience. So women offering advice is such garbage. I'll just finish this point. The point is that women have such a blue-pilled view of men's experience of life that they can't possibly give good advice. Yet these same women spend half an hour putting on makeup in the morning.
Yeah, they do that for themselves.
Okay. So why don't women wear high heels around the house on a Sunday at 3 p.m.?
Because that would be uncomfortable.
Why do why do they care about being? Why are they okay with being uncomfortable outside then?
What are you want to? But makeup and heels are completely different, buddy. Again,
okay.
That's my point at all.
Because heels increase height and height increase attractiveness.
No, that has nothing to do with women are now dating ugly men. It is because they view most men as sub-attractive.
All right, I'm going to get back to this point quickly. Okay. You say that. Okay, I said that this same woman, this very woman, says that there's no such thing as ugly men, or men just when men have or have an advantage in this era, especially in that looks aren't important. Then she will put on makeup to leave the house. She'll put on wear heels to accentuate her legs and butt, and she'll spend $50-$100 on a hairdo. So these women are blue-pilled. They dish out the blue pill to men, but then they act black-pilled in when it comes to increasing their attractiveness.
No, because people increase their own attractiveness so they can feel good. I don't make myself look better so that I can have people.
Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation.
I can feel good.
I mean, why do you think you feel good in the first place? Do you think like looks?
I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, because you feel like this is what is I find attractive and what others will likely find attractive.
Okay, let me keep. All right.
I just think that jawline could cut glass.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Let me keep going. So we're gonna have to end soon. All right. So this is a dating experiment I did a long time ago. It's probably way worse by now. This was like at least 5 years ago. This was a young girl with cherubism. So there's too much bone growth in the face. It looks like basically her jaw looks like a bunch of like bushes, a bunch of bushes basically. And the matches she got, let me see if I think it's here. If I go to this, those are just one page of her matches. Or sorry, it was emails.
Guys are freaks. Guys are fetishists, and a load of guys saw her face and probably have a fucking fetish for it. Dude.
Okay, and then look at this guy. This guy was one of the guys who replied to her or sent her a message. This guy mugs many incels, especially me, into a black hole in outer space. So if this woman can get this guy, why would she have to settle for an? I'm more near her looks match than this guy, but why would she have to settle for me?
She might not be attracted to him. That's the thing. Whilst conventionally more people will be attracted to him, it doesn't.
Oh, she wouldn't be attracted to this guy over me.
I mean, why would she not be attracted to him over face?
Yeah. Why would she not be attracted to an attractive guy over an ugly guy?
Hilarious line. Has a really good conversation with her.
What you can't? She doesn't reply. All right. Let's take it to Tinder. Women don't reply. Women, you can't match to have the conversation. You can't match with women to show them how good your conversational skills are if they don't match with you in the first place.
Stop using Tinder.
Women have the same mentality in real life. They may not be able to right swipe you or left swipe you in real life, but they have the same dismissive nature. They still don't like you. All right, you may be able to buy some time in real life, whereas you can't on Tinder. But you still are competing with their matches. So it's just getting increasingly impossible to compete with the options that women have. You will get a few women who date an average looking guy. You may get an average looking girl who dates an ugly guy. You may get these outliers, but the general rule is that men are driving. You look what's happening in society. Men are driving the driving force behind sex robots and prostitution and cuddle cafes and buying women's bathwater because men are desperate. Men can't compete with women's options. You just don't think. You just don't believe. Just don't think. Just don't believe. Just don't think. Just don't believe.
Don't see reality in your own words. That's the issue. You don't understand how you're applying something to one gender and not to another. It's cringe.
Okay. I mean, we apply it. You have to explain it. Like this is the thing that like gets annoying when I'm debating with people who are blue pilled. It's like you're saying things are bad. You're just being so negative. You're not able to see your own mindset or whatever. You'd have to explain.
Your life is not worse than Sean Stevenson's. I know for a fact your life is not worse than Michelle Petrucciani's. so I know for a fact that your excuses are null and void.
Because because you have some outliers that you can name. The general rule isn't still true.
Like facts you just can't call upon. I'm using facts, and you guys are using opinions and sexism.
No,
that's the issue.
We're able to explain it. If all rules were, if all exceptions occurred more than the rules, then all exceptions would be rule.
Why do you think the incel community has grown? Why do you think the incel community wasn't a thing in the in 1990 or?
The world's population has grown, and the internet became
population.
A thing.
That's what's happened. So why
do you think maps have increased in the last few years? I'd be saying, like, why do you think TikTok's suddenly become a thing? Because the internet, bro, it gives people a chance for communities.
So you're saying this problem was innate before, but now people are allowed to congregate.
What?
You're saying that this inceldom is basically a problem that existed before. It's just now it's allowed to grow and
before incel, exactly, before the incel community existed, they called themselves nice guys on 4chans and neckbeards. And all of these things have transformed from one thing to another. Yes, there have always been guys who could not get laid.
But it's getting worse. That's the problem. It's getting worse. Women are getting pickier. Hypergamy is growing.
I think the world's population.
Yeah, exactly. All of your statement starts with "I think" and "I believe."
Yeah, so do you guys.
I'm pointing to facts. There are studies. There is a study done in, I think it was Huffington Post. So I think it was Huffington Post. So it's very left leaning.
You're 3 foot tall and you have brittle bone disease. Is that what you're saying? You're 3 foot tall.
Oh no.
And you have brittle bone disease.
Did you see that? What's her name? Penny. I think it was on a live stream with Master Yoda. Did you see Penny? She was a 3 foot tall woman in a wheelchair, and she wanted to date a 6 foot able-bodied guy. She had brittle bone disease. She was like a crumpled piece of cardboard, and she still demanded Chad.
I mean, she's demanding Chad. I think.
Hold up. Comment.
Granddad Lounge. The soy is getting to you. RRR.
Granddad Lounge. If you'd like to do if you'd like some actual studies and you're still up for it, I can still send it to you because
no. Don't send it to him. We can have you back. We can have him back on the next show. I was very unprepared for this show. Comment incoming. What the? Oh, that's 1,000 HUF. I wish I knew which currency that is. That's probably like a currency that doesn't exist anymore. It's probably like biblical currency. I probably owe him money. What I will do is come back to you another time. I'm not ending the stream right now. I'll end it in about 5 minutes or so. It's famous last words. I want you back, Granddad's Lounge, Pete, because I want to come back with facts. I've only got I was only getting ready for this stream in since 7 p.m. 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago now. I want to come back with facts so that you can't refute them, even though when we do bring facts like this, a study quoted here, we get told to just go outside and stop foaming at the mouth. We get told
that's not fair. That's not fair. That's horrible.
Thank you.
Again, to that aspect, I would say when I bring facts, I would also like you guys to have some decent rebuttals for them. Again,
you're on.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if we're able to do that because we did have a decent rebuttal to your last statement, but you didn't quite respond and you just laughed at us.
Let's keep going. I'm not going to get everyone on who I wanted to. Let me just. We're going to wrap up soon. This was a Tinder. This is my fake male model Tinder profile. Okay, right. So I know what you're going to say, but let's just hear me out for a while. Okay. So this is a comment I made to one woman. This is picking up the conversation somewhere in the middle, but we'll just take it for what it is. I said, I'm giving you an early warning, something, I can't remember what I was saying. She said, they were nice and good looking. Oh, I think I asked her about her last Tinder date or something. She said, they were nice and good looking. It's not about that. But when you look at somebody's eyes, you can understand that they're are sparkles or not. You can understand what I mean. She's not British. She's I don't know,
she was
European.
Spin.
Okay, she said, haha, you're funny. So again, funny, but it doesn't work. It's funny how my personality is okay when I'm using different pictures. It's really funny how women like my looks and personality and the whole package when my face is different. My same exact personality is good when there is a different face attached.
Attached to
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, back to this woman. Back to
a different level of confidence.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Different level of confidence on fate.
Why the fuck you lying?
Using Skype for another.
Why you always lying?
You're admitting lookism. This is important because
I have agreed that lookism is a thing. I have agreed with that. All I've been saying is it's no reason to call yourself an incel and give up.
No, what are you talking about? You're literally saying our faces give us confidence. It's the halo effect. People tend to find you more attractive, more confident, and attribute positive things to you based on how your face looks. And it's okay for you to say that. It's not a bad thing for you to say that. It's just you have to admit that it also inhibits the ability how you look to other people and how other people feel about you based on your face. And for some men, it's quite impossible because they don't look confident because of their face, and they don't make women feel good, so it makes them hard for them to find relationships.
Doctor, I won't be able to get the doctor on the stream this week because I'm going to go soon, but I'm just going to read through this Tinder profile before I go.
I am the toilet again.
Oh, you're going to go to the toilet? Okay. Yeah, go to the toilet, and we'll read this, and then we'll be out of here. Okay.
Cool. Can I do some quick shout-outs, Face?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Since everyone in the server wanted me to shout out to my boy Clowny. Shout out to Sir Incel Chode. Incel Cream is Oni-chan. That's what he wanted me to say. I'm not into anime at all. Shout out to Cryptid and shout out to Red Baron and shout out to my brother Farouk from the Middle East. That's it.
Okay, and we're adding Knorks to the Skype chat.
Ooh.
Toilet cell, someone said.
Toilet cell.
Right.
It never began. For fecal cells.
Oh my gosh, I have work tomorrow. Oh, brutal. So brutal.
I got school, man. It's going to be back to getting mugged.
Oh, how tall are you? Oh, you're 5'8".
I'm 5'9".
5'9", okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
You know, I get laughed at work by women. I've noticed a few times. I've been. What? Is he back?
No, that's K. That's the guy you invited on, I think.
Oh, sorry. Knorks or Norks. Knorks. I can't remember your name. Knorks. Yeah, what's your name? Knorks.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Try not to breathe into the mic. But you can breathe, though. Hello? Okay,
You told him to stop breathing. Hey, Face, you should really come over to my area if you want the coronavirus.
Okay. I'm going to remove this Knorks from the call because
he's not responding.
Yeah, exactly. He died. I told him not to breathe into the microphone, and he took it as me telling him not to breathe. Pour out some liquor for him.
It never.
It never began for.
It never began for Simon Says So. I love that laugh.
Oh, that's great. I think Pete's gone for a actual poo. Hey.
Can you hear me, guys?
Hello, Knorks. You're back. Knorks.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sorry, I have my headphones and another place.
Okay.
It's Bluetooth. So, can I make a point?
Yeah, go ahead. We're still waiting for Soyus Maximus to come back, but
you can stay away, man.
he knows I'm joking. Granddad Pete's a good guy. At least he's engaging us in conversation and debate.
Exactly, and don't be calling me soy boy. I caught that.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Right,
I'm from
go ahead.
Germany, and I'm pretty much wage slaving here and 24/7. Next to my house, there's my workplace, and I always go there.
Did he
Like,
hang
I'm
up?
working right now,
Did
so I
he
take a
go?
pause
Wait, hold
and
up.
talk.
Did he go? Did he go? Granddad's
Yes,
Granddad's lounge. You still there? Granddad's
Yeah.
Pete. Oh, okay. Someone hung up. Okay, go ahead. I interrupted. Go back.
Yes.
German
I'm
cell.
24 years old, and I'm making like 6K a month.
Wow.
It's pretty good. So, but the problem is I'm 5'7",
Which is short in Germany, by the way. 5'7" is short in Germany.
You're the same height as my brother. Then that's the same height.
Yeah,
as my brother.
no. It's in Germany. The average height there is like
in
6
Germany,
foot.
Like
I live in the south of the UK. The average height is 5'11", dude. All my
So,
best
yeah.
friends are well over 6 foot.
My friend Otto is 6'4" and he gets mogged in Germany, so it's tough out there.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the point I want to make is in Germany it's pretty good if you earn money, like me. Like I'm really wage slaving, but I'm earning a lot of money.
Yeah.
You can actually have portals like My Sugar Daddy, where you can literally get 18-year-old girls and fuck with you
Who don't love you.
for money. Like,
Yeah.
really, it's really ridiculous. There were people in this website, they were 17 and they hooked up with me for
Wow.
100 years.
I guess that speaks to status, money and status having more of a important role than we admit in the incel community. Because I admit that there is a heavy emphasis on looks. We do emphasize looks a lot more than money and status, but that's because looks get you love, money and status get you the woman's body.
Yes.
No.
I know.
Looks
But the
get you
other
laid.
point-
Looks get you laid. Personality gets you love. Looks get you laid. Personality is what's going to get you.
Personality and looks are essentially the same thing, though.
There
the
is-
last point
we'll
I
bring-
wanna
yeah,
make,
go ahead.
just
I've
hear me out.
personality.
It's really that's over for all of you. Really, like the incel community, it's over. Like I have a fetish. I want to call you last stream, but didn't make it.
Okay.
I have a fetish for financial domination. Like,
Oh,
I'm earning so much
no.
money. Really, it's ridiculous. I spent, no joke, 2K in 1 month for women.
You're a loser, baby. So why don't we kill you?
Like I'm not. Like if you would.
You're a loser. You're paying women to. Oh wow.
Really, you must feel this girls get so much entitlement. Like they getting. I'm maybe a 5 or a 6. I'm giving her 2K a month for nothing. So what do you expect? You are looking worse than me. Don't earn so much money, and you want to hook up with her? Like, it's over for you, really.
Okay, thanks for your
I'm
call.
giving her so much money for nothing, you can't make it. Really.
Right,
It's
thanks for your
over
call.
you.
Thanks for your call, Norks. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
It is over for us. We do not make 2K.
When he started saying that he paid for women, he likes financial dominatrix, my brain started playing a movie. I just started watching. My brain was just elsewhere. I lost like the last minute of his conversation. Like it was like too much cockedness.
I watched a YouTube video about guys like that.
That is terrible. Okay, let me finish reading this. No, good call. At least he gives us an insight into money and status, which we neglect. Anyway, back to this. I said, me as this Chad. I said, yes, I don't take life too seriously. with one O because whatever. It's like I always say, why take life seriously when you have an 8.5-inch penis? I said, it's not a deep saying, but oh well. And she said, yes, it was not so funny for me, sorry, with a smiley face. This woman is quite a prude, by the way, I should mention. So this is me being Chad and being overly sexual. I said, stop trying to be so innocent. You laughed on the inside. Admit it. Blow kiss. She said, I'm not trying to be innocent, smiley face. It's just not nice. Really sorry, to be honest, smiley face. I said, my penis is not nice? I'm so offended. I'm telling your aunt how mean you're being, kiss. She said, stop it, smiley face. I said, I can't help it. The more it makes you blush is the dirtier I want to be. If you ignore it, I'll get bored of being rude and go back to being normal, haha. She said, I don't feel shame, smiley face. It's just not nice. Then I said, penis, penis, penis. Right.
Truly, that was a deep and interesting conversation.
Yep.
We lack the intellectual depth
of Chad.
We lack the intellectual depth to appeal to her spiritually.
Yeah.
This is why we're incels.
I said to her, okay, I got it out of my system now. What kind of music do you like? She said, yes, we don't know each other and you're telling me 3 times penis. Smiley face. I like music in general. What I don't like is hip hop and R&B. You and blah blah blah. So from there,
Crazy,
I think we've.
Still talk.
But you've. Do I need to say it? I can say she's a prude. I can be overly sexual, and I get given the chance. I get given a chance because my face looks like this, according to her. Do you not see?
All she was doing was chatting to you, dude. All that was, she was never actually going to give that profile as such. She would have never met up with that guy in real life. She was genuinely
hoping
out by the stuff she was getting a confidence boost from having an attractive man to talk to her. That's what it was doing there. What you were in fact doing by doing that was doing the exact thing that you're complaining about women doing. You were taking this high value specimen male, flirting with some chick for no reason and making her get a massive ego out of it.
Well, I didn't meet her, so no. Well, I didn't meet her, so hopefully she blamed herself.
Some other chances.
Well, I mean, I could pull up my chatfishes if you'd like to, because I actually did chatfish, and I talked to a girl who later picked up on the fact that I wasn't a catfish, and or I was a catfish, and still wanted to meet up with me.
Yeah,
because she associated that face with who I am.
No, if she knew you were catfishing, then she obviously knew that wasn't your face. She just liked your personality, clearly.
No, because I didn't show her my face, and like I've made Tinder again, and I didn't even match the same.
Oh wait,
girl.
so let me get this straight.
Like, I had
Duke. I'm going to call you Duke because if I say it with the G, it might be classed as racism.
Yeah.
So you catfished this woman with the good-looking Chad. Then you said, I'm actually not the Chad in the picture. And she still wanted to meet with you, even though you lied to her. Am I missing it?
She picked it up later. She was like, you're not who that guy, are you? And I'm like,
okay.
I'm like, yeah.
But the halo
attracted to the picture, dude. She was attracted to your personality.
Yes, because she didn't see his face, did she?
No, she's seen some other face.
She didn't see my face. Like if I showed her, had I shown her my face, she probably would have posted it on social media. And
yeah, creep. Yeah, what a creep
to kick my shit in.
Like, catfishing her.
But she didn't mind. She didn't mind. She
bad people.
She said she doesn't mind and that she wanted to meet up, but that's the thing. She associated that face with
The real reason she was saying she wanted to meet up there, honestly, the real reason she was saying she wanted to meet up there was so that she could go meet you with her older brother. And
yeah,
beat the shit out of the
maybe. Who knows?
That's what she was doing there. I'm sorry to burst your illusion or bubble there, but she was only saying she wanted to meet up with you so that she could expose a catfisher.
I mean, what delusion was I talking about? I literally admitted that it was either a ploy for her to beat me up with some white knights, or she just happened to hope that I was still as attractive as the profile showed.
It would have just been the thing to beat you up or to expose you.
Even regardless of her, I had multiple offers that were ready to fuck with me. Like they said, let's meet up. They gave me Snapchats. They gave me their address. And this is barely after one conversation. And they said, let's fuck.
Yeah. People are horny. I've had conversations.
Right, this stream's
like
coming to a.
Guys do that too, buddy.
Yeah, you've had it. The rest of us hasn't. That's the whole point here. Is that we don't even break the level for mindless sex, let alone relationships.
Right. Okay. Pete.
I'm looking forward to this again.
Yeah, Pete. There is someone else who wants to come on next time who also disagrees with the black pill. So I'm probably going to take him next week and do you in 2 weeks' time. Not do you, but not that way. But I'm probably going to have you back in like 2 weeks' time. All right. So I want to deal with this other guy. But yeah, we'll come back to you in 2 weeks' time. Come back with stats, with facts. Try and bury me. Try and humiliate me with facts, because I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. Okay, cool. But I want to be wrong.
I hate this whole thing of like destroy somebody.
Yeah.
I hate it. Yeah. I'd rather just chat.
Exactly. It was a good conversation. Anything you want to leave us on, Duke or Pete?
I'd say go check out my channel. Not that anybody's gonna like me. I actually make content on all sorts of weird shit, so you might like my stuff. But who knows? Check me out. Okay, I'm tiny. I'm a big YouTuber. Support the fam.
And
Duke, anything else?
I'd like to say that maybe sometimes things aren't as hopeless as we always think it is. For some of you like really true cell guys out there, if you're sad and hate your face and all of that, and you want to get some pussy, you're probably gonna have to beta bucks, and I'm saying that there's nothing wrong with that. I've had an experience over this week that convinced my views towards beta bucksing. Beta bucksing isn't bad unless you're a simp about it. You just have to realize
what beta bucksing is.
Basically you pay for the girl, like you make a lot of money essentially, and like she wants to be with you for the money, and you know it, and it's
implied that it's implied that she doesn't love you for you, she loves you for your money and the comfortable provisions that you provide her. You're making her life comfortable. That's why she's with you. And if you lose your job, if you lose your income, she's gone.
Yeah, you just have to understand that the girl won't love you. You can beta bucks while being blackpilled, and essentially, I think that's what most of our parents and forefathers have been doing. You just gotta beta bucks and be blackpilled about it. You have to keep your wife in place and make sure she doesn't step out of line. So, in conclusion,
try to do that, you won't get a wife, man. You won't get a wife thinking like that.
Right. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming on the stream. Thank you, YouTube chat, for your comments on the stream. The super chats, I didn't get through them. I'm a loser. And I'll read them out next time. So I'll have like three times the amount of super chats to read out. So I don't know how I'm going to get through those, but I'll find a way. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and it's over.
It is over for us.
I'm going to do that properly. And now we end with that. Thanks for watching, guys.